Soft words on a hard day. The day had pressed down on Amir like a heavy sky. His alarm hadn't rung, the bus had left without him, and by the time he reached work, his supervisor's sharp words cut deeper than he expected. Each mistake felt louder than the last. By afternoon, even breathing felt tiring. On his way home, rain began to fall, thin, cold drops that matched his mood. Amir stopped at a small tea stall, more out of habit than hope. As he stood there, soaked and silent, the vendor noticed his trembling hands. "Long day?" the man asked gently, handing him a warm cup without charge. Amir shrugged. "Just one of those days." The vendor smiled, not the kind that demands cheerfulness, but the kind that understands. "You know," he said softly, "even the strongest walls crack under constant rain. It doesn't mean they're weak." Something loosened in Amir's chest. No advice, no judgment, just soft words, spoken at the right moment. They stood quietly as the rain slowed. When Amir finally walked away, the day was still hard, but his heart felt lighter. Sometimes, he realized, kindness doesn't change the day. It changes how we carry it. That night, Amir lay awake longer than usual. The ceiling fan hummed above him, stirring warm air, but his mind kept replaying the vendor's words. Even the strongest walls crack under constant rain. He had always believed strength meant staying silent, absorbing every blow without complaint. Yet somehow, those few gentle sentences had reached places anger never could. The next morning arrived without apology. His phone buzzed with reminders, bills, expectations. The world hadn't softened overnight. But Amir noticed something different in himself. He wasn't bracing for impact the same way. At work, when a coworker snapped at him over a small mistake, Amir paused. Instead of responding sharply, he spoke quietly. "I'll fix it," he said. "No worries." The tension dissolved faster than he expected. His coworker blinked, surprised, then nodded. "Thanks, sorry. Rough morning." Later that afternoon, Amir passed the break room and overheard Sarah, the intern, crying softly into her hands. Normally, he would have walked past. Everyone had their own battles. But the memory of a free cup of tea and a gentle voice stopped him. "Hey," Amir said carefully, not wanting to startle her. "You don't have to explain if you don't want to. I just wanted to say, you're doing better than you think." She looked up, eyes red. "I keep messing things up." "So do I," Amir replied with a small smile. "Most days. It doesn't mean we're failing." The words surprised him as they left his mouth. They weren't rehearsed, they were borrowed kindness, passed along. When Amir left work that evening, the sky was clear, painted in soft oranges and fading blues. He walked past the tea stall again. The vendor nodded in recognition, smiling as if he had known all along that kindness never stops where it begins. It travels, quietly, from one hard day to another. And Amir understood then. Soft words don't erase hardship. They simply make it possible to stand inside it without breaking. Days passed, then weeks. Life didn't slow down for Amir, but he began to notice how often people moved through their days carrying invisible weight. The crowded bus rides, the impatient lines, the tired eyes staring at phone screens, everyone seemed to be surviving something quietly. One evening, the bus broke down in the middle of the road. Tempers flared instantly. Voices rose. Someone cursed the driver, another blamed the weather, the traffic, the city itself. Amir felt the old tightness creep back into his chest. A hard day had returned, wearing a familiar face. The driver, a middle-aged man with shaking hands, apologized again and again. "I'm trying," he said, voice cracking. "Please be patient." Without fully planning to, Amir spoke. "It's okay," he said, not loudly, but clearly. "We know you're doing your best." The words were simple, soft, yet they landed like calm water on fire. A few passengers exhaled. Someone helped direct traffic. Another offered the driver a bottle of water. The anger didn't vanish completely, but it no longer ruled the moment. Later that night, Amir stopped at the tea stall again. The vendor poured his cup slowly this time, as if savoring the moment. "You look lighter," the man said. Amir smiled. "I think your words followed me." The vendor chuckled. "They were never mine. People already carry them inside. Sometimes they just need permission to let them out." That weekend, Amir visited his mother. She complained about her aching knees, the rising cost of groceries, how the house felt too quiet these days. Amir listened without interrupting. When she paused, expecting advice, he reached for her hand. "It's okay to feel tired," he said softly. "You've carried us for so long." Her eyes filled with tears, not of sadness, but of relief. "No one said that to me before." As Amir walked home that evening, he realized something profound. Soft words do not demand attention. They don't announce themselves. They slip gently into cracks left by hardship, filling them just enough to keep things from falling apart. Hard days would always exist. But so would gentle voices, warm cups of tea, and moments of quiet understanding. And sometimes, being kind didn't mean fixing anything at all. It simply meant standing beside someone and speaking softly into the storm.